As you know, an astral body being reincarnated as a baby passes through the river of oblivion and his earlier material knowledge is effaced. Therefore, the child born in Bethlehem would not have been able to perform miracles even if he lived to 100 years of age. However, he was a superior being like Moses. This is proven by the way he astonished temple doctors at the age of 12. Like the very young people now on earth, who are called geniuses because they seem to have a calculation in their heads, Jesus was a human being inhabited by a highly evolved astral body. And yet, even if he had studied in the very advanced schools on earth, amongst the Nagas, for example, he never could have acquired the knowledge to revive the dead or cure the sick. I know that, on earth, there are people who believe that, from the age of 12, until his return to Judea, Jesus studied in the monasteries of India and Tibet. This is how they try to explain the gap that exists in the Bible, when Jesus simply disappeared from Bethlehem. He left his parents' home at the age of 14, accompanied by his 12-year-old brother Oriki. He traveled to Burma, India, China and Japan. His brother accompanied Jesus everywhere, until Oriki was accidentally killed in China. Jesus took a lock of Oriki's hair with him, for he loved him very much. Jesus was 50 years of age when he arrived in Japan, where he married and had 3 daughters. Finally, he died in the Japanese village of Shingo, where he had lived for 45 years. He was buried in Shingo, which is on the main island of Japan, Honshu, and beside his tomb is another, containing the little box holding Oriki's lock of hair. Those of your fellow men who like evidence can go to Shingo, formerly known as Heirai, in the district of Aomori. 1. But let's go back to our precise mission in this regard. The only messenger we could send to earth had to be one of us. The Christ who died on the cross in Jerusalem was called Ariok. He was brought, by us, to the desert of Judea, having volunteered to change his physical body. Thus, he abandoned his hermaphrodite body, which had lived some considerable time on Thiaoouba, and took on the body of Christ, created for him by our Thiaouri. By so doing, he maintained totally the knowledge he possessed on Thiaoouba. Why couldn't he have remained in his body and simply reduced it in size, as Latoli and Baestra did, in front of me? Couldn't he have stayed long enough in a shrunken body? There was another problem, Michel. He had to resemble a human being from earth in all respects, and since we are hermaphrodites, we couldn't risk the Hebrews noticing that this messenger from God was half female. One explanation of the fascinating Aomori evidence is quite long and has been published online at http://www.thiaouba.com.